might have seen on my Discord, if you are part of my Discord, that I've been looking for some Pokemon Go friends. That's because I've gotten into it again. Very much so. In fact, I have kind of become a bit addicted to it over the last month. It's just an absolutely great way to get out in the city exploring, really. Just to give you a bit of background before we get into it, I live in London, like fairly central, so I'm about a 30-minute walk away from Westminster, or about a 10-15 minute run, and I've sort of used Pokemon Go as a bit of a catalyst to get me back into running, which I used to really, really enjoy. So what I thought I would do in this video is take about half an hour of screen recordings of my phone as I run from sort of around my local area. The journey I'm going to be taking, I'll kind of run through as we go, but it's sort of my standard 5k run really. I'm just doing like a little stretch of it, but yeah, it takes about 30 minutes because I'm stopping and starting, catching Pokemon, taking on gyms, doing the odd Pokestop and things like that, just simple stuff. There's no big event, it's just a kind of chill exploration of a really cool part of London, I think. So now my original idea, well, how about I stop rambling actually, and we'll stick on the actual, recorded content. So let's crack on with this. I'm going to try and align it nicely, so I'm going to have to count myself in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here I am. I'm walking sort of along the riverfront, which is going to be pretty much the entire way from start to finish. I'm going to be going from around an area called Vauxhall, and it's going to take me all the way down to basically Westminster, like the Houses of Parliament and things like that. One of the really cool things that I liked actually was that they've added, I don't know how long it's been in here, I expect it's been there for quite a while, is they've added the ability to like record a certain area of interest, so certain Pokestops or some of the gyms as well. I think it's because they are trying to build a sort of augmented reality. I think, is that what AR stands for? Augmented reality. They're trying to build one of these huge AR maps like they have for Apple Maps, instead of the map that you can see in front of you, which is pretty much just, green and blue, with the odd Pokemon here and there, which I think is just super, super cool. I'm not sure how easy it will be to get working, but nonetheless pretty damn cool. But my original idea, as I was saying, was that I wanted to have, so as you can see on this side here, is, if everything's gone to plan, is where the Pokemon Go content is going, and you're watching it there as I'm catching a Growlithe. But I also wanted around here to have Google Maps, and for my head to be much smaller. But I can't really get it to work, and I've been sitting on this recording for about 2 weeks now, and I just wanted to see how you guys liked it before I really started messing around and making it a super sort of in-depth process. So yeah, I would really like your guys' feedback. But anyway, as you can see, we've now officially reached I don't know if this is just because it's like a very highly densely populated city, or if it's just kind of like this everywhere now. But it feels like there are 2, maybe even 3 times as many places of interest, gyms, Pokestops, whatever, as compared to when I started playing. I can barely walk 3 or 4 minutes down the road before I hit another gym. And I was thinking, I had in my mind, I really wanted to take you guys from Vauxhall to like Big Ben, or like the House of Parliament, and just kind of give, a kind of cool video tour with some of the AR stuff. And I was thinking, but there's so many gyms that I would love to just go from here all the way over there, defeat all the gyms. But in reality, if I did that, it would take 2 or 3 hours to get there, because there probably were 10 to 15 gyms all the way there. I mean, we just left those 2, as you can see, as we make our way. Just in the distance, you can see that little roundabout, about sort of a minute walk down the road, is Lambeth Bridge. Now, Lambeth Bridge is the bridge that I cross most often, because me and my girlfriend, we very much enjoy getting a couple of we call them Boris bikes. They were named after our current, well, not for long, but current Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who introduced these pay-to-use, temporary pay-to-use bikes. I think they're actually called Santander bikes because they're sponsored by Santander, the bank, but people call them Boris bikes because he was the mayor at the time that they were introduced or something. I think it might have been Ken Livingstone who was the mayor who actually tried to introduce them, but whatever, kind of irrelevant. We had to get a couple of Boris bikes. There is the road I've just come off, that wide one at the bottom of the screen, is a wonderfully large bike lane that goes all the way from this bridge and actually carries on down the road all the way back, sort of, I'd say 2 miles down the river. And now I'm crossing the river because you get a beautiful view of Parliament over the river. But if I didn't cross this bridge and I just kept going down that road, you would hit Big Ben within sort of 4 or 5 minutes of walking. So I decided to take over this gym because in my small brain I kind of thought, I like this bridge. I'm always crossing this bridge. It feels like my bridge. So I stopped for 5 minutes. I think I cut and paste quite a bit of it because I didn't want to show you another, repeated gym battle, because obviously you need to fight and win it maybe 4 or 5 times before the gym is actually properly defeated. And there is quite a lot of health, as you can see, or CP, combat power, to take off. But I took the opportunity here because this is where you get a truly beautiful view of Westminster. Now, at first I wasn't sure what it meant by movement detected, as in how much movement I need to do. Do I need to keep it on the pineapple thing at the top there, or could I kind of really move away? I wasn't really sure. In the far distance, you can see back there is a decent view. I'm not really giving you a decent view, but you would have a decent view of Vauxhall. That is, of course, Parliament and whatnot. So you get a really nice view. Now I think you upload the British government. Anyway, there is a gym in Big Ben, and I was kind of thinking, okay, well, I'll go most of the way across Westminster Bridge, and then stop and kind of do the augmented reality thing around Big Ben. So kind of looking up at Big Ben a little bit, maybe just a little bit further along. But the AR requires you to be almost right up against the landmark that you're looking at, as you can see with the one I just did. It was that little pineapple monument thing, whatever it is. And you have to be right next to it and then look around. So I had to get right up close to Big Ben, to the point where I'm literally looking directly up at Big Ben, and you don't really have a very good view of it. But then I kind of, took a, panoramic view around, which is still quite nice. Plus, when you're that close, you can really see the renovation on Big Ben, because it used to be, obviously, there's a lot of gold and white, which looks very kind of regal and beautiful. But the update they did to Big Ben was they did these kind of blue inlays onto the clock face and the hands of the clock, and it looks really, really nice. But the point I'm making is that, unfortunately, that footage just poof, disappeared. I don't know where it went. I started, well, when I came home, I had 8 clips, as you can see in front of you, and then when I was putting it all together, I had 7. So I don't know what happened there, but we are where we are. As you can see, it is really kind of just a grindy process. If you've played Pokémon Go, you know it's a grind when you're going through these gym battles, which is why I'm kind of half paying attention to it, half just letting you guys watch it for yourselves. We're just sort of destroying low CP level Pokémon and just kind of getting on with it, really, because that's what it kind of is. It's just a grind, getting those lower level things down to basically 0. That the most frustrating part for me is getting the very low. I mean, he just lost 877. I don't really know what the tactic is to kill, or to, I don't know, feint the really low level ones. If you guys have got any tips or tricks, let me know, because I go in there with my very high level Pokemon, completely destroy them, and sometimes it only takes off like a teeny tiny bit of CP, which led me to believe that maybe they have to be like, your own Pokemon has to be like a lower level. Anyway, we defeated the gym. That's the most important thing. We defeated the gym, and yeah, we're gonna make our move further down the river this time, now on the south bank of the river. I don't think we know. Okay, so I'm gonna giving a super potion to a Magmar and a bunch of other Pokemon. We dropped in a Trafrig. I have to say, I really do not know why I put Trafrig in there. But if I remember correctly, the Trafrig stayed in there for quite a while indeed. I do really like that Niantic, is that the name, who kind of owns or runs Pokemon Go. I mean, obviously Nintendo, I suppose, but I like the fact that they give you Pokecoins for the length of time that your Pokemon is sort of exciting stuff. But yeah, I joined this Discord for the raids, and it's been really cool actually. I got muted for 2 days on the Discord, and that was because they've got like a raid chat where if you guys have used this sort of stuff, the chat is only for people who want to set up raids. So I mean, I didn't know that. I saw people putting raids in, but I also messaged saying like, does anyone know when the next Zapdos raid is? Like a complete newbie. I didn't know what I was. Now I look back on it, it's a totally irrelevant thing to say because there's literally people presenting new raids every minute. But that being said, I didn't know. So what are you gonna do? So I posted it and like immediately I was banned for 2 days. Couldn't use the Discord. I sent one of the mods a message like, "What's up?" And he was like, "You spoke in a non-speaking chat. You knew the rules." And I was like, "Well, actually, I didn't read the rules." And he was like, "Well, that was your mistake, wasn't it?" And so I had a look at the rules, and it's like 80. No, I'd say literally there's about a 20-paragraph book of rules, and I'm like, I guess I'll take the bans when they come because I'm not reading half an hour of rules for a Pokémon raid Discord, but can't complain really. I do understand that Discord mods do have it rough when it comes to people not understanding the rules. I, from personal experience, understand that, so I hold my hands up and say obviously it's my fault. Still, I thought it was kind of funny. But anyway, we are now coming up on Westminster Bridge. On our right hand side you have a bunch of nice hotels. I'd really like to do an augmented reality thing here with you guys, that would be really cool, but you've got a bunch of hotels on the right. That is one of the monuments that I just zoomed in on. We've got a gym here, don't think I take it on. On the left hand side of us walking is a hospital called St Thomas's Hospital, and that is actually one of the main hospitals for the university that I go to, King's College. So I've actually never been placed there. We've got like 6 or 7 different hospitals in London, and I've never had the pleasure of working at St Thomas's. I would have loved to because it's actually where I used to volunteer before I got into medicine. Literally where I am right now is a whole bunch of like touristy, attraction-y type things. People will buy little monuments and whatever. This is where you can go to get yourself a COVID vaccine as well, if you are so inclined. I hope you are. Got another growlithe there, and now, as you can see, we've completely changed location, and that is because I lost a really lovely clip of me approaching Big Ben. So we've totally missed me crossing Westminster Bridge, which is a real shame, but there we are. see the grass is a bit sun bleached. It's been hotter than usual today. Unbelievably, it is meant to get to 40 degrees. What? 40 degrees in the UK, which I can barely believe myself. But yes, it's meant to get to 40 degrees, and then tomorrow I think it's going to be roughly the same as well. But we're going to catch a couple of Pokemon with I catch in AR. I forgot about that. Catching a Hoppip in AR. It might be a little bit, uncomfortable to watch. It might be a bit like seasickness inducing, but you guys can let me know what you prefer. But we're coming to the end of our first Pokemon Go adventure. Catching this one with a beautiful view of House of Parliament in the background. I would have loved to have shown you Big Ben. It's literally just out of eye shot behind that sort of turret on the left hand side, which is really frustrating. But now I will probably make my way back towards home, which is way down the road here. We're making our way kind of back towards Lambeth Bridge now. But yeah, that's it. That is the first Pokemon Go adventure. I really hope that you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what you think. But either way, I've really enjoyed kind of commentating back over it, and I hope you have too. Hope you're nice and relaxed. And I'll see you